The Reggie stuff is by far one of, if not the greatest thing about this franchise, and this movie capitalizes on it so well. Hey there, Cinephiles. Today I'm reviewing Bad Boys for Life. Wait, no, that's the name of the third movie. Hey there, Cinephiles. Today I'm reviewing Bad Boys Ride or Die. They should have named this one Bad Boys for Life. It's the fourth movie. It was right there. Anyways, Bad Boys Ride or Die is the fourth installment in the Bad Boys franchise. We follow Martin Lawrence and Will Smith once again, but this time they're being framed for a crime that they didn't commit. Look, I have to be honest, this is just some genuine, pure, stupid fun. This has fun action, cool cinematography, many hilarious moments, heart, grit, basically everything you could want out of a movie that is still pretty much just franchise big blockbustery type movie that appeals to many audiences. It's nowhere near perfect, and it doesn't have to be. This is exactly what it should be, and that's a fun summertime at the movies. This definitely feels like a major crowd pleaser because at my press screening, there were many moments that the audience was clapping at. And it wasn't just because of the cameos, although the cameos in this, most of them are just amazing. But because genuinely, this just has such a fun vibe. I know I'm going to say fun a lot of times here, but that's the perfect word to encapsulate this movie. And that's despite it being a bit too long. And of course, having extremely predictable plot lines. And having some characters that are basically one-dimensional. But hey, all in all, this is a very fun summer blockbuster movie that many dads are going to love. It's a really good continuation of this franchise, and it's the same two directors as last time. And speaking of which, this movie proves that the Batgirl movie that was completed and just shelved by Warner Brothers was a huge mistake to do so. Because there's no way you can convince me that the directors of this and the last Bad Boys film could not have made at least a fun version of the Batgirl movie. And the fact that it got shelved for tax purposes, it's such a disservice to what could have been a great jumping off point for Leslie Grace. Justice for her, justice for these directors, and justice for the fact that we'll never get to see Brendan Fraser as a villain in a Batgirl movie. And I truly mean that because this movie does do some very interesting things during the action scenes alone. And I also have to give props to a very cologne commercial looking moment. I'll put it that way. It's not necessarily a dream sequence. It's something completely different than that, but I don't want to give away what it is. But trust me, when you see the movie, you'll know what it is because it happens very early on. And I applaud the kind of insane artsiness behind it because it's nowhere else in the movie. But yeah, it's great to see Martin Lawrence and Will Smith have just what I assume is a blast on set. And for most of the cast, as a matter of fact. This again just felt like such a really great continuation of this very fun franchise that many people like. And I'm very glad that I got to see this movie in the theater with a bunch of lively fans. If you're looking for a great time at the theater that's just simple popcorn eating fun, this is the movie for you. I give Bad Boys Ride or Die a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Again, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but for basically what is a theme park of a movie, this is more than you could ask for. Just go to the theater with a bunch of your friends, even at matinee price if you have to, because tickets are expensive, and I get that. This is worth watching, especially if you haven't seen the other films. Of course, though, there are certain moments, especially the Reggie stuff, that will truly be elevated by your knowledge of the other films. But as a singular film, you'll still have a very fun time. But alright, those are my thoughts on Bad Boys Ride or Die. Be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, let me know your favorite Bad Boys movie down in the comments too. As always, thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Be sure to stay tuned for more Yeti Films content, and I'll catch you later.